What $7 of food you can buy in Japan is really like. This is everything I bought. I'm a 23-year-old living alone in Tokyo. With prices constantly rising here, how much can you actually get with this amount? This is my honest everyday life. I went to a place called Gyomu Super, which is famous for being the cheapest supermarket in Japan. I got the items, so let's head home and check them out. Alright, let's see exactly what I got. First, I got 2 notebooks from a 100 yen shop. They were 65 cents each. From here, these are the items I bought at the supermarket. The first item is a loaf of bread, which was only 60 cents. It has 8 slices, so it's perfect for making multiple meals. The second item is maitake mushrooms for 45 cents. You can easily tear them by hand, and they get incredibly fragrant when cooked. The third item is bean sprouts, and I got 2 packs for 12 cents each. They are Japan's ultimate budget vegetable, with a great crunchy texture. The fourth item is Mentaiko sauce for 70 cents. It's a spicy cod roe spread that instantly adds an authentic Japanese flavor to bread or pasta. The fifth item is udon noodles. I got 2 packs for 17 cents each. They are pre-cooked and have a great chewy texture. The sixth item is Yakisoba noodles, also for 17 cents each. I got 2 packs of these as well. The seventh item is a zucchini for 40 cents. It was on sale because it was slightly bruised, so I bought it without hesitation. The eighth item is natto, which was just 30 cents. This fermented soybean pack is a staple in Japan for a healthy budget meal. The ninth item is a huge 500-gram pack of broccoli for $1.15. It's a frozen pack, so I can save the rest for later without any waste. The last item is sausages for $1.60. I actually wanted to buy chicken breast, but it was already sold out. So, everything here comes to a total of exactly $7. For a city like Tokyo, I think this is a pretty good deal. Honestly, it looks like I can easily make a few meals out of this. Now, let's get started on my first meal, lunch. For lunch, I'm using bean sprouts, udon noodles, broccoli, sausages, zucchini, and maitake, mushrooms. First, the zucchini. After washing it, I'm only using half of it to save the rest for my next meals. I slice it thinly. Then I stack them up, and I cut them in half again. Cutting it into smaller pieces like this helps it cook faster and absorb more flavor. Next up are the sausages. For this meal, I'm only using 2 of them to make the pack last longer. I slice them thinly. This way, every bite of the noodles will have a bit of meat flavor. First, turning on the stove to get the frying pan ready. A generous amount of oil goes in so nothing sticks. The frozen broccoli goes in first since it takes the longest to cook. Stir-frying on low heat while waiting for it to slowly melt. Once it's partly melted, the maitake mushrooms go in to soak up the oil, stir-frying them together to bring out that amazing fragrance. Next, adding the sausages and zucchini chopped earlier. Turning the heat up to medium to get a nice brown color on the meat. A sprinkle of rock salt over everything to bring out the natural flavors, keeping at it until the vegetables start to soften up. Once everything is cooked to some extent, the bean sprouts go in for a nice crunch, only using half of the pack to save the rest for later. Seasoning with salt and pepper, then cooking on high heat to keep the crispiness. Now, adding 2 full portions of udon to make this meal really filling. A little mirin goes in to add a touch of sweetness to the dish. Then some mensuran, noodle soup base, the secret weapon for easy flavor. A splash of soy sauce at the edge of the pan for a burnt, savory smell. Mixing it all together while tasting and adjusting the flavor. Transferring the huge portion to a plate, and it's finally done. Look at this huge steaming plate of udon. It has 6 different ingredients, and the smell is incredible. This volume is honestly unbelievable for the budget. Starting with the broccoli first. The menteu flavor soaked in perfectly, making it taste so savory. Next, trying the udon noodles. They are so chewy, and that hint of burnt soy sauce is perfect. Next, having the maitake mushrooms. The frying brought out a rich aroma, and the texture is amazing. This hearty stir-fried noodle dish cost only 133 yen, which is about 86 cents. It completely proves that a filling and nutritious meal in Japan can be incredibly affordable. Mixing everything together like this is actually the smartest way to enjoy cheap wholesale ingredients without getting bored. By using the rich flavor of the sausage as a base, even the cheapest budget vegetables taste incredibly premium. For a 23-year-old living alone in Tokyo, a self-made hot meal like this gives the ultimate peace of mind. Even after getting completely full, there are still plenty of ingredients left. Now, it's time to wait for dinner and see what else can be made. Dinner time has arrived, and after a long day, I want to make sure this second meal is deeply satisfying without wasting any ingredients. Wiener sausages, maitake mushrooms and zucchini, bean sprouts, yakisoba noodles. Just like lunch, starting by prepping the zucchini first. Only using 1/4 of the whole piece this time to make sure there is still some left for tomorrow. Next are the maitake mushrooms. Washing them quickly, plucking them apart by hand to create rough edges that absorb the flavors beautifully. Since the rest of the prep is exactly the same as lunch, speeding through it here. Found an old yakisoba sauce packet left over in the fridge from a while ago. Using it now is a smart way to clear out the fridge without any waste. Planning to blend it with soy sauce to give this night meal a much richer, savory depth. Microwaving the 2 packs of noodles just a little bit before cooking. This simple trick loosens up the stiff dough easily without breaking the strands. Stir-frying the vegetables and sausages in a well-heated frying pan. Hitting the hot pan all at once seals in the moisture to keep them crisp. The green from the zucchini and broccoli makes the whole pan look so vibrant. Even with budget ingredients, this beautiful color palette gives it a real restaurant quality feel. Adding the bean sprouts now to easily bulk up the portion size. A pinch of salt to balance the flavor. Now, adding the 2 packs of yakisoba noodles. Pouring in a little water to steam and loosen the strands perfectly. Drizzling that leftover sauce we found in the fridge over everything. Mixing it all together while the savory smell starts to fill the room. Just look at this deep, rich color from the blended sauce. It's done. Found some kimchi and mayonnaise in the fridge. I'll put them on the side to eat with the noodles. Time to eat. Taking the first bite of the plain noodles. The sauce has a nice rich depth and the texture is perfectly chewy. It's hard to believe this flavor came from a leftover sauce packet in the fridge. trying a bite with a little bit of mayonnaise this time. The creaminess cuts through the sharp sauce and makes it so smooth. Now, trying a bite together with the kimchi. The sharp spiciness and sourness refresh the mouth, making it impossible to stop eating. And right here, a great idea popped into my head. I still have that loaf of bread from earlier. It brings back memories of the Yakisoba bread from my last car camping trip. So, I'm going to sandwich the noodles between the slices. Taking a huge bite of the homemade yakisoba bread. The subtle sweetness of the bread and the savory sauce go incredibly well together. Honestly, the flavor of the noodles was a little lighter than I expected, but mixing all of these elements together creates the perfect balance. The lack of seasoning completely disappears, making it incredibly satisfying. The meal includes a full plate of stir-fried yakisoba and a yakisoba bread sandwich, making it both filling and satisfying. The total cost is only 136 yen, which is about 88 cents. Packed with vegetables and protein, it shows that a hearty homemade meal in Japan can be delicious, nutritious, and incredibly affordable. It's the next morning, and after keeping the food expenses so incredibly low yesterday, I still have a few key ingredients left to finish this $7 challenge with a proper breakfast. Frying up 4 sausages to make a solid main dish for the final breakfast. These 4 pieces cost only 40 yen, which is about 26 cents under the current exchange rate. Getting this much meat for just a few cents at the start of the day is a huge win for a budget life. Lightly toasting 2 slices of bread in the leftover oil right after the sausages are done. Doing this gives the bread an amazing crunchy texture on the outside. These 2 slices cost only 24 yen, which is about 15 cents. It also helps soak up all that rich meat flavor from the pan without wasting a single drop. Pouring a glass of iced coffee to complete the breakfast menu. Having a cold drink like this ready makes the whole morning feel so much more relaxing. Even on a strict budget, keeping a small comfort like this is essential for a good day. Found some honey syrup and peanut butter left over in the pantry. Sandwiching 2 of the sausages between the toast to take a huge bite. The crunchy bread and the juicy meat go incredibly well together. It's a perfect, heavy breakfast to finish this $7 day. This time, I set a strict limit of $7 for shopping and cooking. Right now, I am living purely off my YouTube income. Since I can't afford to spend a lot of money on big video projects, I focus on showing my honest, everyday life. My big goal for the future is to keep sharing this reality while traveling all over Japan. For this challenge, I actually managed to survive on only about $3. I will keep saving money and working hard to make more interesting videos for you. Please consider subscribing to the channel to support my journey. As a small bonus, I recorded one more extra meal, so please enjoy the rest of the video. For the 4th bonus meal, making a dish using some pasta I already had at home. Planning to use that Mentaiko cream sauce we bought earlier. Tossing it with the hot pasta is the easiest way to make a rich, restaurant-quality Japanese meal. Boiling a pot of water first to cook the pasta perfectly. Transferring the Mentaiko cream sauce to a separate dish because microwaving it directly in the package is dangerous. Preheating it this way ensures it blends with the hot noodles smoothly. Adding the leftover broccoli and sausages to pack this final meal with nutrients. Also have one last green onion left over, so using that too. Finishing up the remaining ingredients like this feels incredibly satisfying. Starting by prepping the green onion first. cutting off the bottom root and the withered parts to keep it fresh. Slicing it diagonally to help it blend with the pasta smoothly. Cutting the sausages into smaller pieces too. Adding a pinch of salt to the boiling water. Honestly, I don't really know the scientific reason behind it. Please let me know why in the comments. Grabbing a random bunch of pasta noodles. This is definitely not just one proper serving size. Breaking them in half to make them easier to eat. Now, just letting them boil until they are perfectly cooked. Stir-frying the ingredients while waiting for the pasta to boil. Getting the meat and vegetables cooked right now is the best way to combine everything while the noodles are still hot. The smell of the green onions hitting the pan makes the wait even harder. Now that the pasta is perfectly boiled, it's time to drain the water. The sauce is nicely warmed up, so it's time to mix everything together. The package always recommends a specific amount of ingredients for the best flavor, but throwing in way more than that makes it feel like a much better deal. The taste might get a little lighter, but having a huge hearty portion like this makes it totally worth it. It's finally done. Taking the first bite of the Mentaiko cream pasta. The sauce is definitely on the lighter side, but the deep flavor from the sausage oil completely saves it. It's a perfectly satisfying meal to finally close out this $7 challenge. When you always cook on a budget, the meals honestly start to taste pretty much the same. I need to work harder on YouTube so I can live without worrying about money. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next one.